Good evening once again as we look at a barren and empty Times Square in New York City. 228 days until the presidential election.
Donald Trump knows that I know. He knows that I know that he knows that I know that he knows the rest of the code, and he's trying to help us, and we're going to get this done.
You keep calling this the Chinese virus. Your own aide, Secretary Azar, says he does not use this term. He says ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China.
Stay home.
Shit, man, we really living in a weird time. Guess it's quarantine and chill then. For now. Love. Quarantine and chill, I got that Netflix and the bills that I can't pay at the moment. Locked down, the government told it. I got my music, so I'm golden. I said I know I've been chosen. In the crib, 4 days straight. Need some air, need some cake. Fuck this virus, so I wait. Might just choose to leave my state. This ain't the days of the Motorola. This the days of the Corona. Quarantined all in my crib. I can barely stay sober. I hope it don't last till October. I told ya I'm a soldier who move boulders. Nobody colder. What?
Another video, she mentions the Denver airport, which, like I said earlier, is a whole conspiracy within itself. If you haven't heard of it, I would definitely recommend you go look it up because there's just so much on it that I couldn't tell you it all right now.
If the saucers ever do come, may we suggest another landing zone, Denver's airport, where some say the welcome signs are already up for gargoyles. And are they really making a new home for the lizard people?
If their pupils slit when they are looking at you, they cannot be trusted. I repeat, if their pupils slit while they are looking at you, they cannot be trusted.
And then she says if they have slits in their eyes, don't trust them, which is referring to lizard people. Lizard people.
Lizard people?
Cannot be trusted.
We made it to the Denver International Airport dedication stone. If you look closely, you can see that they have the Freemason logo. Freemasons have had many powerful members throughout history, which has made people suspicious about the organization's intentions. If you look closely at this image of the dedication stone in the Denver airport, you will see it says New World Airport Commission. The New World Order is thought to be a small group of powerful people secretly working together throughout history towards an all-powerful global government.
But to sum it up, it's an airport in Denver, obviously. It has just weird stuff going on inside, like very weird paintings, very end-of-the-world type paintings.
Just seeing the couple murals that are here in Denver, there's 4 in this airport, the 2 that are on that side and the 2 that are behind me. They're pretty much showing kind of like different ways of how the Illuminati like affects life in every way.
3 dead women that look like they're all from 3 different nationalities. We have a letter from a child who died in Auschwitz in the Denver airport. So I don't understand the connection between me trying to catch my flight and having to run into this.
There's a weird statue which she also mentions at that airport called the Blue Mustang, also known as Lucifer, and it's like this big horse with weird, creepy looking eyes. And apparently the guy who made it was actually killed by it. It fell on him when he was done.
When you enter the Denver airport, there's a horse statue officially titled Mustang, but nicknamed Lucifer, and is thought to be cursed. It represents the 4th horseman of the apocalypse, which represents death. Its eyes glow red, a weird fiery red in the middle of the night. The horse statue actually fell on its sculptor, killing him by severing one of his arteries.
So like that's weird. Like it's just weird that they would even have that there, and it's like weird to go to an airport and see end of the world paintings. People already have anxiety flying, so to put like end of the world, it's just very strange. So because of this, people believe that there's an underground bunker there for the elite people only.
In the Denver airport, there is supposedly an underground facility meant to act as an emergency bunker for the global elite, made up of billionaires, world leaders, politicians, and celebrities. There is a vast underground network of New World Order command bunkers. There is a FEMA concentration camp for future use.
So, if anything terrible in the world was to occur and people had a quarantine, sound familiar, that these people would be safe, and that maybe there's like portals within this and they can basically just leave and we'll all be stuck here to die. I love that for us. That's why I say this lady, like, I Listen, I know she sounds crazy, but if you like look into everything that she's saying, it kind of like makes sense. Everything going on right now, so like I don't really know what to believe. So then on March 12th, she posted a video, which this is really where I got drawn in.
Who remembers Ebola? Who remembers the swine flu? How about the bird flu? How many people died? How many people infected? Did they shut down schools?
Tonight, schools across the country empty. Nationwide, 45 states have shut down schools entirely.
Everybody on their computer right now.
Carrie Hopperstadt's 3 sons are home today. For the next 2 weeks, they'll be learning online.
Learning the technology, figuring out what each teacher is expecting.
Several colleges canceling classes and study abroad programs.
Did they shut down international travel?
Canadians woke up to a new reality today. The world's longest undefended border is no longer open to most people. As of midnight, the land border between Canada and the U.S. closed to all non-essential travel.
A Saturday during March break in Niagara Falls would normally be bustling with people and traffic, but take a look. It is an absolute ghost town.
Did they talk about closing borders? No, they didn't. They're trying to distract us from finding our codes. Find your codes. They're in your dreams. You can find them in your dreams, on the buildings, in the sky, in the clouds, on the sides of planes, in school books. You can find them.
And then this one she posted the same day, mentioning us being brought in from somewhere else, from something else.
Ever wonder why you don't have any very early childhood memories? You might have some memories from maybe first grade, only because they were told to you, or you saw photographs, or you think you remember. Well, let me tell you something. All those memories and stories you've been told from when you were born, they're fake. That's right. They were planted there because we don't belong here. Millions of souls trapped in the debt slave society. Look it up. We're gonna get out of here.
This really interests me because I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like she's kind of touching on the simulation theory.
We humans are unable to experience the true nature of the universe unfiltered. Our senses and brains can only process a fraction of the world. So we have to use concepts and tools to learn about the true nature of reality. In the future, it might become possible to simulate entire universes. But if this is an option, how can we know that it's not already happened? What if we are not creators, but creations? Is it possible that we are not real and we don't even know it? The minimum requirement for our simulation is only the consciousness of our virtual humans. Our subjects just need to think the simulation is real.
Now, this is going to get very uncomfortable to talk about, because if you are a religious person, you're not going to believe this because it goes against religion. I'm personally not a religious person. Let me just read you the simulation theory, because if I try to explain it, we're just going to talk in circles for like 5 hours. So it's the theory proposes that all of reality, including the Earth and the universe, is in fact an artificial simulation, most likely a computer simulation. Some versions rely on the development of a simulated reality, a proposed technology that would seem realistic enough to convince its inhabitants, us, that simulation was real. So imagine you're playing like a video game, right? And you're controlling the people in the video game. The simulation theory is basically saying that our lives, like us, like right now, this is all a video game. Like someone is playing it for their own benefit. I want to make a whole video on this because I'm just obsessed with this theory. At first, when I heard it, I thought it was like really crazy, really out there. But the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Like it could be. Someone could be out there controlling me right now and like making me make YouTube videos for some reason. Why? I don't know. But like I said, this goes against religion, so not everyone is down to hear about this. It takes away that there's like a God and all this stuff, because we're just a simulation. So I'm just gonna play a few of her last videos. She posted another video 4 days ago from when I'm filming this, which is March 20th, so March 16th.
I know you've all seen the coverage on the virus. You know what it's for, don't you? Your parents or your grandparents have been paying into Social Security their whole lives, knowing that when they retire, they'll get that money back. Well, guess what? The virus will ensure that the debt slave society gets to keep the cash. Look it up. Social Security. Paying into it. never cashing out. The government wants to keep the cash.
She's already mentioned the coronavirus, and now she's talking about how people are paying into their Social Security, which you cannot touch until you're a certain age. I think it's 65 or 75, something like that. I don't have one. I should, but I don't. I know my parents have one, and they always stress, like, you know, you should be putting money away for that. But with this virus and the loss of money that's going around, and how it's killing mostly the older people because, you know, their immune systems are not as good, it's just interesting that it kind of makes it seem like they're being a target, so that when all of this shit goes down and we're running out of money, like everyone, that the government can take from the deceased elderly people who are putting their Social Security money away, and now problem solved. So, like, that's weird. I don't know if that's how Social Security works. I was always under the assumption that, like, if I had one and I had a kid, I could put my kid as the beneficiary, so, like, they would get it. Imagine, like, your parents dying, that's really dark, and they had Social Security money put away, and you were supposed to get it, but now because of this whole thing, the government's like, no, like, we're gonna take that, and you're just screwed. I don't know, something to think about. So what do I think about this whole, why is it so loud outside today? Like, what is going on? Whoever's controlling my assimilation, can you please shut everyone up? But what I think overall of this is, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know if she's just, maybe she was bored and was like, let me just act crazy online, and maybe that'll draw in subscribers. I know that's a pretty popular thing people are doing now. Like, I was gonna make a video on this other girl called Bon Skinny, something like that, which I still might do because she's become active again on TikTok, unironically.
I'm just so happy that people think that I'm, I don't know, pretty, and I'm just so happy that Also, I want to talk about the other room, the pink one. That is my friend's, or not my friend, but the other girl that lives here. But I live in this room because the other girls live in that room. But this is my forever room. This is where I live, and no one really knows that I live here. And it's really funny because sometimes I really scare them at night because I'm like, ah! And they're like, oh my God!
Crazy draws people in. So it's either that she's like a totally normal person, but she wanted to bring attention to this, so she's acting crazy, and obviously it's working. It doesn't seem to be that crazy because she's talking about all these actual things that are actually like making sense. She talks about how we came here from something else, right? So let's go back to the simulation theory. I think what she's trying to say is that the lizard people are the people who are in control of our simulation. So they're the ones playing the video game that is our lives. Right now, things have been crazy in the world. So in order to restart everything, they had to put a virus into the earth to wipe out a lot of people. But not only that, but to keep them home, because we're all quarantined, right? We can't go out. And if we were all out together right now and all of this stuff is coming to surface, like the truth about the world, then people would start protesting. So what better way to keep everyone silent and like kind of just stupid, honestly. I mean, what better way to distract everyone than with the virus that's killing a bunch of people? Like, it's like I can almost get it, but then my brain just stops. I can't verbalize what I'm trying to say, but maybe she's stressing to find our code because maybe we all have to find our code so that we can break free from the simulation and go back to wherever the hell we came from. Which is kind of weird to think about, but like, I'm down. I don't know. I'm gonna keep following this whole situation because the way that it's lining up with the current situation in the world, I want to see my code. Like, I'm in, girl. I know this video is super weird and you're probably like, Roxy, what did you just talk about for the past an hour? But you know, I figure we're all bored right now, so like let's conspiracize some stuff. Like, let's do it. I'd totally be down to having a stream just based on talking about this if you guys are interested at all. And I guess go follow that girl on TikTok if you're interested too. I'll leave all her stuff in my description below. Again, I hope you're all being safe and washing your hands. Pay attention to what's going on in life right now, like the health side of it, because it can kill you. You know, maybe we should question what's going on because it's just a little weird. I really would love to know what you guys think about this, so let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel. I have a bunch of more weird stuff coming out since I have time in my hands. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day and an amazing life, and stay away from those lizard people. And bye guys.
Good evening. We have known all along this was going to get worse, especially as more people are tested, and it certainly has. In some states and cities, the running tally of people infected by coronavirus has doubled, over 3,600 here in New York City alone. And as each day passes, some of the things we thought we knew about this virus have changed, like the risk to younger patients.
I better go sick on a mic, I better go sick on a beat. I'm better off chilling inside, I'm better off making some heat. I'm better off making some vibes, I'm better off keeping some feet. Between you and me, that's distance. I came through shape-shifting. Y'all straight bitching. If I'm breathing, I'm winning. I think I got some symptoms, my head is straight spinning. I see in double vision, tomorrow is not given. I think I'm really living. I think I'm really mind over matter in a time of a crisis. I've envisioned it die, but nothing quite just like this. I'm a man of God, I spend my days with the righteous. All this time alone, I'll revert to my vices.